U.S. market collapse? When will it collapse if it does, and how will it collapse? That's all coming up with Max Keiser. I'm Alex Jones, Infowars.com. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
You may be arrested and/or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cameras, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Originally, we the people have entrusted government to be the guardians of currency, to ensure purity, content, weights, and measures of gold and silver coins citizens would use for commerce. This reinstalled confidence after the demise of the fiat continental system, wisdom being lost with time. The government we once entrusted to protect from counterfeit has colluded with private business, creating the largest fiat counterfeiting scheme our country ever experienced. This is not only a transfer of power to an institution that is not accountable to our elected government, but has also caused the dollar to lose more than 90 cents of its original value. Now foreign governments are trying to divest themselves from this once world reserve currency. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I'm offering a book that explains how the system works. Call me today at 800-686-2237. I will give you a silver dollar free just for purchasing the book. Call today at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
The problem.
How do I cook food without power?
How do I light my home with no electricity?
How do I get emergency radio broadcasts?
How can I make safe drinking water? When your power goes out, the solution for cooking, baking, home lighting, listening to the radio, and producing clean water is the Family Emergency Kit from Kero Stove. Kero Stove has been in business for over 12 years with the largest selection of kerosene stoves and family preparedness supplies in the U.S. Now, get the Family Emergency Kit at KEROstove.com for only $429 plus shipping, a savings of nearly $200. It's perfect for off-the-grid living. Call 888-395-1164 today. That's 888-395-1164 and ask about weekly specials or check the specials online each week at KEROstove.com. Again, call 888-395-1164 or go to KEROstove.com. Kero Stove for family emergency solutions.
Max Keiser is our guest, maxkeiser.com. Your call's coming up in the next segment. Max, I talked to one of my neighbors. I talked to other people, that are somewhat successful in business in Austin. And they say, well, I'm not in the stock market, so I don't care what these big banks are doing. And I don't understand this yuppie, pre-programmed arrogance where you try to warn people that and they act like it's weak to even care or even be involved in society as long as they think they're doing okay. I mean, everyone is connected to the stock market. Everyone is connected to the currencies. Everyone is connected through taxes with these trillions of dollars of, quote, bailouts used for bonuses. I mean, what do you call that mindset where people don't understand the incredible magnitude of what's happening in global markets right now and where this is leading us?
Well, you can explain it in the following way. The average experience of the average American is masked to a large degree by the fact that most people in America are unaware of the benefits accrued to them because the world reserve currency is the U.S. dollar. So there is no radical currency risk that you see in other countries and the currency collapses that you see in other countries. And it also means that things like gasoline are incredibly cheap in America relative to other countries. Now, what is going to happen, what people on your show are talking about, and what I've been talking about, and what I see over here in Europe, is that the U.S. dollar as reserve currency is going to be replaced with a new global currency, and that at that moment then Americans will experience what everyone else in the world experiences, which is radical currency risk and all kinds of bank shenanigans, including paying state, local, federal, and world tax. Because, of course, the world currency, you need a global central bank who's going to charge a global tax. And then Americans will wake up and they'll say, oh, my God, it all happened. It's happening right now because the special drawing rights that are being used right now as part of this huge reconfiguration of the European banking system and the $1 trillion that the U.S. gave Europe to unwind their banks' risky positions. Part of that is the introduction of another $300 billion in special drawing rights. So the special drawing rights are creeping into the global currency system. At some point, they will be comparable to other major currencies in terms of the amount traded and the scope and the influence. And then you'll start to see things quoted in special drawing rights, and they'll normalize the special drawing right, and then it'll be announced that as part of Bretton Woods 2, they're going to reconfigure the global currency grid. The U.S. dollar will be devalued by 50% like it was in the 30s. Gold will be upwardly valued to $5,000 or $10,000 an ounce. And then people in the U.S. will have a deferred awakening, because since World War II, they've really had the benefit of they've had the World War II dividend, which is stretched out for 60, 65
and they just
years.
expect
They've enjoyed this incredible period of benefits as a result of having this incredible system where their government, the U.S. government, can write checks that they never have to cash, because every time the check is due, they just write another check. And since the world runs on dollars, there's always somebody willing to take a bad American check. Now, as soon as that situation ends, as it is happening right now, you'll have this incredible shock, and then it'll be way too late to do anything about it. So I can understand why people are in a coma when it comes to understanding the position of the U.S. relative to the rest of the world. And I can also anticipate that when this thing finally makes the break, there's going to be an incredible gasp of horror that'll just go from coast to coast. There will be absolute shock. How did this happen? But it's happening for all the reasons you've been talking about for the last 10 years.
And the banks will say, the big mega banks will say, don't worry, we're going to save you again. With SDRs, we're transcending national currencies, and we'll just make up to the power of infinity whatever amount of fiat money we want, and you're going to pay us taxes on the right to use this new global cashless society system, and they'll just bypass the 3 global regional currencies that the Trilateral Commission talked about in the 1970s, correct?
That is basically correct. In other words, with the introduction of the special drawing right, they will have another way to add another layer to this global Ponzi scheme where all of the U.S. dollar-denominated debts will be re-securitized. Most of the debt will be off the balance sheet. Some of it will be included in the new SDR, but the SDR will be loaded up with more debt than even the U.S. dollar, and the result will be this constant downward pressure from above where no wages ever go up, no savers ever get a return greater than 0.0001% on their savings, and you end up in this casino gulag state where the only way anyone can make any more money than subsist